It's a fact of life. We have to deal with situations and people that we don't want to. But how do we do it without sacrificing the good manners our parents hopefully taught us? Amanita Thomas from Raleigh's House of Etiquette is here to help us out. Welcome, Miss Thomas.
Thank you for having me.
I feel like my manners always improve when Miss Thomas is here. So your first tip for us is to avoid unnecessary stress.
Right. And so what I mean by that is don't go out if you're having a bad day. Don't go out and put yourself in a bad situation if you know that others aren't going to be receptive to your mood for that day. So just stay inside.
What if you have to work? You have to be around people.
You know, when I was going, well, if you have to be around people, a couple of things. One, take a mental health day. So those people that have like 30 days of time banked up, take a mental health day. But if you have to go in, you know, you have to put yourself in the mode of, you know what, I'm going to stay in my cubicle. I'm not going to have a whole bunch of interaction because we're humans. And we do have some bad days.
Okay, another tip is to alter the situation.
Right. So if you can alter the situation, what I mean by that is either say no if you're in a confrontation with someone where you're losing your cool. Say either no or politely excuse yourself. You know, excuse me, I'll be right back. Or just kind of deflate. And so if you have that type of control over that situation, that's something that you want to do as well.
Okay, another one is to take a cleansing breath. And you're about the third person lately who's come on the show to stress the importance of that.
Right, because we're all in control of ourselves. You know, we can't control the rest of the world and other people's reactions, but we can control ourselves. So from a physical aspect, because our hearts get pumped up when we lose our cool, we want to be able to take a cleansing breath, usually 3, and in your mind, count backwards from 10 or 20. My preference is in a foreign language, to kind of bring yourself down so that you can address the situation for what it is.
Okay, everybody, let's do that. It feels good.
That's right.
That feels so much better.
Right.
It really does.
Right.
It helps.
And we have to be able to be okay with silence and peace, and that's a whole different aspect. But, you know, you have to be in control of your situation, especially when you're losing your cool. So
okay. Accept the things you cannot change.
Right. So it just reminded me from an excerpt from a Serenity Prayer that says, accept some changes, the things that you cannot change, but also the other part of it is the courage to change, the courage to change the things that you can.
Right.
So be encouraged or have the courage to get up and leave a situation, to either say no, the courage to take a day off, or to avoid other people that are going to push your buttons.
Right, right. So you can take control.
You can, because you know what, at the end of it all, you're responsible for the way that you react or act in a situation.
Not what someone else says or does.
Right, right.
Very good advice. Thank you, Ms. Thomas.
Thank you for having me.